Hi there. It is not the joy that makes us grateful. It's the gratitude that makes us joyful. Hi there. It's Gina Ramirez back with you for another Coach's Corner. I'm a certified health coach, a licensed therapist, and today we're talking all about gratitude because November is the month of thankfulness. And so last week we started the conversation about gratitude and what it means, what it is. We just went down a little bit of a rabbit hole about why it's important and why you need it. And today we're talking about joyfulness, happiness, and gratitude. And I wanted to bring the conversation to this idea of comparing happiness, joyfulness, and gratitude and what it all means. Because I think we use these words interchangeably. We think that in order to, be joyful, we've got to have gratitude and vice versa. Which one comes first? It's in the practice of gratitude that we have a joyful life, but what does that actually mean, right? So thank you for being with me, and I am going to leave in the comments or description box below a link where you can get all of the Coach's Corners having to do with gratitude for the month of Thanksgiving when this is all over. But let's dive in. What do I mean? What is happiness? Happiness, in comparison to being joyful, in comparison to gratitude, I want you to think of happiness as connected to a circumstance. Something happened to invoke the emotion of happiness. And those are really great things, right? We go through life and we have these little spurts of happiness based on the things that happen to us, based on our experiences. That's great, but how do we have a joyful life? What does it mean to live a joyful life? To be really in gratitude, to have a sense of fulfillment and gratitude. What does that actually mean? How do we jump from I'm really happy in this circumstance to I live a joyful life? I am a person who lives in gratitude, right? Joyfulness is an emotion that is constant. It comes from within, not based on the circumstances that happen to us. In other words, we could be a joyful person. We could live in gratitude even in dire circumstances. And we all know that in life, we're going to face hard things because rule number one, life is hard, right? Life is hard. Rule number two of life is that life has meaning. So even in the hard stuff, we can find meaning in it. And I think that's where this idea of joy and gratitude come in, that if we're a person with an open mindset, again, we're talking mindset, right? Because this is all about gratitude and it coming from up here. So if you're really focused in on all that I have an abundance instead of scarcity, then you're going to evoke that emotion of joyfulness. But it is a practice. It's a practice, meaning you have to continuously do it, right? So right now in the Forum for Professional Women, my Facebook group for working women, we are doing a challenge, a 16-day challenge, and every day talking about something that we are grateful for, because I want to get you in the practice of living a joyful life and what that could mean. Because oftentimes, friends, I think that we are in scarcity mindset, and we get into scarcity mindset because we have the mentality that we have to perform, that we have to be perfect, that we have to prove ourselves in some way or please other people. Are any of these P's making sense? Ringing a bell to you? Like, oh yes, that is me on different days of the week, feeling like I have to be perfect, perform, prove myself, or please people. Yeah, like I'm not enough. And that's this idea of scarcity, right? To take away our joy, to take away that sense of gratitude that we should all feel for the things that we have and the things that are wonderful in our lives. So what would it mean to you if you could replace scarcity with feeling like I am enough? Sufficiency, like, yeah, I can do the thing and I feel good about it. What if you could replace the uncertainty with the faith that this is figure outable, like Marie Forleo says. I don't know if you know Marie Forleo, but she talks about everything is figure outable. What if you had the faith to just believe that things are going to work out? And what if we replaced the fear with courage? Like, yes, I can live in the space of gratitude. I can have the courage to do the hard things. Remember, life is hard. Rule number one, right? Rule number two is life has meaning. And rule number three is that you have a choice. You always have a choice in how you're going to react to the hard stuff of life. But when we live in a space of gratitude, we live a joyful life. All right, my friends, go forth, be courageous, and live the joyful life by practicing gratitude. We're going to talk about how to practice that gratitude next week. And again, I will leave the link down below. So if you like this, please hit the subscribe, like button, leave any comments. I want to know, how do you live a joyful life?